guys, Jake Teasler here with the latest Mustang and automotive news. The video that I just showed you was a client of mine has just bought a GT500, and we're going to go check it out at some point, and I'm going to make a video about it. But that's his actual car. He got it for $5,000 over sticker. So if you're currently looking for a GT500, that's what you can get the deal if you work it. But today's video, I wanted to talk about what is the most powerful GT500 that I can find, that's not been anything crazy done to it. And basically this is what I found. I'm over here at Joker's Performance. Don't know where they're located, but essentially what it looks like is they port blowers. So they take your factory blower, like off your Hellcat or off of your ZL1 or Z06, and they port that blower for you. And what they can do is stuff like this. I'm assuming you port the snout on the Hellcat. I'm assuming it looks like they take all this and they work on it. Essentially, there's different ways to port things, but you get the idea, right? You're trying to increase the amount of airflow that'll go through that thing, which helps you make more power. So essentially what they're doing with these engines is decreasing the pulley size. So up in the boost, adding more fuel, and that's how you make more power, is you add more air and more fuel. So they're doing that with basically porting out the stock blower, changing the pulley, throttle body, injectors, E85, and then doing some stuff to cool the engine down, coolant brick, intercooler pump, belt tensioner, since you're changing the pulley probably, and intake, track exhaust. So just a bunch of bolt-ons, basically, nothing super complicated. It makes 1,038 wheel horsepower. This is in Puerto Rico, so I don't know what, room for error is. It's standard. I don't know how they're calculated, but I'm assuming it's just as accurate. So, but let's give it a gander. Take a listen. So there she is, sounding pretty nasty. So go check these guys out. I mean, so here's the thing. Stock, these GT500s, now I haven't driven one, but looking at the dyno numbers, if you just strictly look at the dyno numbers and how much torque it's making at what RPM, so I like to look at torque numbers. It kind of gives me a better idea of how the car actually drives. So if you look at the torque over here, it's actually making, let's look at the highest run here, where he made 934. This is a different, I don't know if this is a different car, different numbers. The torque is at 600 at 3,500 RPMs. So I think my 2015 Mustang GT with 91 pump at 3,500 RPM, I think mine makes peak torque around here, 45, just roughly what same as this, but it literally only makes like 350, if that. So this is significantly more. I know it's pointless to compare, but it's not. What I'm trying to say is these make a lot of torque, and it's making it down low. It's making it at 3,500. It's not a Hellcat. It doesn't have that huge displacement, but it pulls like a freight train up top. These cars are really fast, really fast. So a stock one actually runs 10.6 at 133. I think that was the stock record. And here's a video of them on Hennessy's website. This is a C8 versus the GT500, and it just walks it. Now, from a dig, it would be a different story, but this is literally just, that was a 40 roll, I believe. Yeah, if you watch it from above, I mean, it literally just walks, it just pulls away really easily. So, and if you want to compare the problem with the C8 is if you want to get it to compete with the GT500, you're gonna have to do a power adder. You're not gonna be able to do an intake, headers, and tune and be able to keep up. It's not gonna make it have another 150 wheel horsepower to keep up with that, right? So the entry price to the GT500 is $72,900. The entry price to this one is $58,900. This one shown is $78,000. So you're talking about adding another 10 grand on this, 58, so 68, basically 70, and you're roughly right at this price point. This has a warranty. Now you can go back and forth. I know this is different, totally different car, mid-engine, yada yada yada. I don't know which one is more fun to drive. I need to get behind the wheel of it. Hopefully I'll be able to get behind the wheel of my client's GT500 soon. I would like to, maybe I can get one of these on Turo one day and play around with it. But the point I was getting at with the horsepower video about this is that the GT500 is making a ton of power with just a few bolt-ons. You're increasing the horsepower from 720 to 820, 920, 1020. So flywheel horsepower, it's like 1100. So you increased it like 300 wheel horsepower, essentially from 650 to, so stock they're about 650 wheel horsepower. So now this has gone from 650 to 750, 850, 950. It's almost 400 wheel horsepower more than stock, right? Almost 400. That's more wheel horsepower than my Mustang even has to begin with. So you're adding a whole nother engine on top. That's, yeah, that's, did you just hear what I said? You're adding a first gen, like a 2015 to 2017 gen Coyote horsepower on top of the stock GT500. Okay, so this is the capability of this with a pulley, throttle body, E85, port the blower. I mean, even if you don't port the blower and you just do those, I think you're still going to make 800 at the wheel with E85. So with a few other things, more boost and more coolant stuff, plus the ported blower. I think the ported blower, probably gets you 50 to 70 wheel. You can dig through here and find out exactly how much more. And they're running some discounts and stuff. And maybe if you guys are interested, you leave me a comment in the description. I'll ask if we can get a discount code for you guys if you're watching this. But go over there to Joker's Performance and check them out. Give them a follow because they're having a lot of high horsepower cars out here. So, here's an LT4 putting down 630 on pump 93. That would be cool to have a big caddy that puts down 600 wheel or so. So that is the GT500 horsepower record that I've seen. I don't know, this was posted on May 27th. Maybe there's some out there that I don't know about, but this is on the stock bottom end, mind you. And this is just very basic, upgrades. I would think that this car would just be a savage on the street. The fastest quarter mile that I've seen on a modded one, I haven't been keeping up with that as tightly, but I definitely have seen a 9.1 at like 151, 153 on Stang Mode's YouTube channel. Another guy had a silver GT500 at the track with a drag pack, and he was running like 9.1, best of 9.1, almost 8s. And that was just bolt-ons. So I don't think he had a ported blower. I think this car has the potential, if it's set up for drag racing, to definitely run 8s. But you've got to get the suspension set. You've got to get this car set up for drag racing, right? So it'll hook and go. And you've got to get that transmission tuned. But as far as a street car, I can't imagine anything being faster. So for the money and putting a few $1,000s into it, this is such a beast of a car. So hopefully I'll get to drive it for my client and I'll bring it back to the channel. So if you guys are interested, I can reach out to these guys and try to get us a discount code for the channel. Go follow them on Instagram and keep up with their latest builds and keep me updated if you find out that there's been a higher horsepower GT500 since this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll put some links down in the description to some Mustang parts. If you want to support the channel, you can click through to those on Amazon and check those out. So yeah, let me know in the comments section what you think, and I'll catch you in the next video.